The McLean County Board approved the next step towards reviewing how mental health and public safety tax dollars are being spent. A memorandum of understanding was approved to clarify the scope of mental health and public safety funds created through an intergovernmental agreement from 2016, with a 1% sales tax in Bloomington and Normal generating millions of dollars. Now the question is, where did that money go? This new agreement outlines what an independent audit from Clifton Larson Allen consulting firm will examine, including spending, transfers, and contracts tied to that fund. The county board chair, Elizabeth Johnston, highlighted the program's growth during yesterday's meeting.
When we started 2025, we were around 30 participants, and that has grown substantially over the year to 50 participants. So we've got people getting very intensive care and keeping them out of the services that we might need if we need to be in the ER or other necessary spaces.
Before this audit can officially begin, the agreement must also be approved by the Bloomington City Council and Normal's Town Council. McLean County Auditor Michelle Anderson is still in her position despite criticism over late audit results from previous years.